Okay, in 3, 2, 1. Good evening, Twitch. Good evening, Facebook. Good evening, YouTube. What up, YouTube? What up, Facebook? What up, Twitch? Next up, IG. Okay. 3, 2, 1. We're live on IG. Good evening, IG. Okay. And last but not least. Okay, in 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're live on X. Create broadcast. Post. Okay, we're live on X. Top post. Let's get started.
All the time alone. When I am perfectly willing to give her everything she needs. I don't care about her past. I don't care what she's been through. I just wanna feel one night with good love, baby. That's all I wanna do. So baby, if you got that feeling, well, I wanna give you that midnight healing. You know what I'm talking about, yeah. Just turn the lights down low and come right on over here to me. I know you don't want no commitments, baby. I just wanna set your body free. And I don't care what's going on in the night outside my door. I just wanna get your
I don't even know how you're doing
right, baby. Give you all the love I got for sure. So baby, just wanna make
Hour
love to you
of
all
power.
night long. Midnight healing, baby. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about now.
Okay, welcome back, y'all. Let me just do a quick audio check. Let me make sure everything is in place here, and then we will get started. I think I might have to mess around with the camera setting real quick because we look a little dark, but oh, I know why we look dark. I know why we look dark. There we go. Okay. Oh, yeah, okay, we look good. All right, there we go. Let me get in my chair here. There, make sure that we're all okay. What up, Big Money? What up, Goalie? What up, guys? I see you. I see you guys in the box. As you can see, my desk is, my little table here is getting more and more things on it. I got my Palometta over here. I got my Stark pen set over here because I got to take notes during the show. Josh would be upset if I didn't take notes. So, all right. Sound is good. Everything is good. All right, let's get started. Okay, so a couple quick shout outs. Just wanted to give a big shout out to Mary Beth and Dream Canvas Galleries. What a show they put on. What a great grand opening. It was very well done. It was an excellent show. There's a lot of great artists in the house. A lot of wonderful press, and just an all-around wonderful crowd and wonderful job. So I think she deserves a big a big round of applause because it's a very big opportunity, and I'm very grateful for being able to be part of that show. And not only that, but I'm very grateful to have shown with some wonderful artists. And just a lot of great energy. Shout out to Chaz. Shout out to Yusupata. Shout out to Mariana. Shout out to Mary Beth. Just shout out to my boy Mike who showed up. Shout out to Anna who showed up and supported. So yeah, what a wonderful day, and very grateful for that. Also, shout out to Jose who came out and supported. He was at the show this weekend, and I got a chance to meet Jose. He was asking me questions. I had no idea who he was, and I was a little frazzled. And for everybody who was waiting for us to go live, that's my fault. I forgot my sound interface on my desk. Saturday morning, I had a lot of responsibilities, and I forgot a crucial piece to go live. And I had a very small window of time to do it in. And we spent the time trying to kind of figure out a way around how to go live, and just ran out of time. And so didn't think it was wise to do it. I should have just grabbed my phone and went to X. But, it's just one of those situations where I lost track of time, and especially conversating with people who are interested in the art. So that happened. And, that's got to get through it and got to get by it. So on that note, after saying I wanted to get all of that out. My apologies to everybody out there who was waiting for the live. That was on me. I left my Zoom on my desk. And so audio, we weren't going to have very good audio. And by the time we figured out a workaround, we ran out of time. Okay, so getting by that, tonight's guest, Jose, who I had a chance to meet at the actual exhibition, at the grand opening of Dream Canvas. We got to talking, and not only did we talk about my art, but we talked about his art as well. I didn't know who he was, but I did know of him and know him way before I even knew him. He was one of the artists that exhibited on the One Love billboard at NFT NYC. I actually thought the art was something completely different. I thought it was AI or something computer generated, but it wasn't. It was physicals. And then I don't know much about Jose and his art, but just from seeing a little bit of his art, shit, this guy is really, I love what he's doing. Just from the little glimpses. So I'm going to bring Jose on. We're going to get to know him. Give me 1 second to bring Jose up, and let's say hello to Jose. Okay. All right, there he is. Jose, hang on.
Hello.
All right, Jose, say hello.
Hello.
Say hello to everybody, Jose.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Hour of Power. Thank you, Mr. Marc, for bringing me on. You've been very generous, been very kind. You invited me on the show in record time. We met over the weekend, and then you're like, "Hey, come on the Power Hour." And most people in the space or in general work very lackadaisical, right? So I'm like, okay, we'll get around to it. We'll schedule, and maybe in a month we'll do it. But no, the next day you're like, hey, come on, let's get to it. The Power Hour stops for no one. So I appreciate the invitation. I'm very humbled, and I hope we have a good show, honestly.
We will. I see you, Alan. I see you guys out there. Okay, Jose. So, got a chance. Well, I didn't know who I was talking to. I bumped into you.
And that's okay.
I saw that you were hanging out with Chaz, and then we got to talking about the exhibition that was. Well, it's the first time I got to exhibit my art. But before we get into all that, before we talk about any of that, why don't you give a quick introduction to who you are, maybe a brief little breakdown about everything, just who you are, a little bit about your art, and why don't you take it from there, man?
Sure. Okay. So my name is Jose Antonio Ojeda, and let's see, I'm an artist, but I'm a dad. I feel like the role of dad has taken precedence over almost everything. My son is about to be 8 years old, and I take care of him. I do a lot of stuff around the house, and I take him to school. So I'm like fully involved, full-time dad on that end. Before the family life, I was more, I guess, of an artist in terms of I went to school for art. I got my master's of fine arts. I had some exhibits. I was in that circuit of like a fine artist, having gallery shows and stuff, and that all of that sort of kind of took a back seat once I had the family. But it was a decision, like, okay, where are you going to dedicate your time and focus? And now that my son is a little older, I find myself with more, not only free time, but the desire and will, like that energy is starting to come back and stuff. And so whenever I get these opportunities, like you presented, to come on the Power Hour, I'm like, let's go. This is an energy that I'm going to take. Similarly, when open calls or art opportunities come along that I resonate with, I try to jump on those, or I'm starting to try and jump on those, to kind of like fulfill that spark, that need that we all have.
Okay. So Jose, I'm going to do this a little differently. Usually I start when somebody was born.
That's fine.
We go back to the very beginning. You know what? Maybe we'll stick with the format. But
Sure.
you were younger, a little Jose.
Yeah.
Art, man, was any art in your family? Any art around you? Were you an artist back then? Or, what were you like as a little kid? And what was family life like? And, was there any, did you have any artists in your family? Were any artists around you? Take it from there, man.
So I've been thinking about everyone's like, oh, where'd you start? And some people have been artists since they were a toddler, right? Like,
Sure.
I think I wasn't always an artist. I only became an artist, I'd say, in college is when I took on that role. But I've always been a creator, if that makes sense, like a creative type. So I love building with Legos, or anytime that there was a school project, I would always find a way to do the creative route, to kind of get to not cheat, but kind of enhance the project, right? So I'll like throw some lights on there or whatever, make a diorama. Anytime that I can inject some physical into the world. Um, and again, I think I'm more of a creator on top of anything. In terms of like people in my family, my grandfather, he wasn't an artist, but I remember growing up with drawings of his. Like he would draw in like pens. My family's from Ecuador, and so they weren't very well to do. So he would draw these beautiful like drawings with just rudimentary pens and watercolors or whatever. So I guess that seeing that kind of was a seed of like potential of like, okay, I can get it from somewhere. I can get it from my grandpa, right? So but my family was always supportive. So when I decided to be an artist, they were always supportive of me.
Okay. Interesting, because I'm a huge Lego fan. If I could pan the camera right, you would see not only my entire.
Yeah.
I have my entire Lego collection from when I was younger, and I also have a later Lego collection. I have plans for this amazing wall desk, and I have yet to make it happen. But it has shelves, and my thought process. I was always a huge fan of Lego. I think it's one of those. It says I had a lot of different toys when I was a kid, but for
Hmm.
some reason, Lego I always carried with me. I really kind of lost the interest in Transformers. I had He-Man that didn't last very long. GI Joe, I was big in the GI Joe, but Lego, everything else I kind of let go. I don't, I never stuck. But Lego, man, to this day, I still the Ghostbusters house and they have so many
Yeah.
awesome sets. Very creative Lego, and even if you ever watch the Lego.
All the shows, the
Yeah,
cartoons,
yeah, the master. Oh shit, the
Master
master.
Builder,
Yes,
something. Yeah.
thank you. You see some of these Lego. You see some of these Lego IG people that create just holy shit, man. I mean,
Right.
they take it to the next level. So a
Yeah.
very creative. I'm not going to call it a toy. I'm going to say very creative product.
Well,
Um,
it's kind of like the first foray into sculpture, really, if when you think about it.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah,
That's a great way. Holy shit, that's a very
because you get the set, right? You have a set and you build it, but then you're done with the set. You break it up, you fix it, you make it your own, and then you kind of find where you make a lot of. Are you a ship maker? Do you make ships? Do you make like robots and stuff? And I see a lot of them in my son now. He's great at Legos, and I'm like, okay, you get that from me. Cool. It's cool to see that kind of connection.
I was gonna say Lego sets only go as far as the instructions, and then after that,
Right.
it's kind of like that's it. But man, looking at what these guys build
Oh yeah.
off grid, some of that stuff is like bananas. Okay, so growing up, grade school, high school, art classes, anything. Did you get into art at that time, or nothing really?
No, honestly, not other than whatever you were required to take. Again, it was only in college that I started taking like intro drawing courses.
Okay.
And that's kind of when I got hooked. Intro drawing and then sculpture was the big one, right? Again, Lego kind of connection, getting to work with my hands, getting hold of like a wood shop, like with tools and like it was great. I loved it. Another thing from my past, I think I remember like working with tools when I was like a toddler, not maybe like 5. I would have like a hammer and like screwdriver and like real stuff. I don't know if it was like negligence on the part of my parents, but I remember like dismantling my toys. So very tactile, always very physical.
Okay. Okay. What type of sculpture? What type of drawing?
So the drawing, my drawing, I wasn't super prolific, but I always remember doing a lot of it would never just be one finished piece. I would just do one piece and then kind of like tack onto it and it become like a mural and everything would sort of it almost became sculptural in a way, right? They kind of feed off of each other and like world building. I remember the final for one class. It was just the whole wall, but made up of different kinds of drawings. So and sculpture. also kind of we'll talk into the work that I do now, but I remember in the classes it was a lot of wood, kind of like the one thing that they always taught us was like try to explore the boundaries of the material, right? And push it. Because you see one building block, but you can always go further. Like, how can we bend this, shape it, reform it to kind of give you something that you weren't expecting from the material? Like, push the boundaries of the material.
Um, what'd you go to school for?
For art.
Oh, you actually.
Yeah.
Oh, so your
Yeah.
bachelor's in art?
Yes, I have a degree in bachelor's of fine arts and also a master's of fine arts. Originally, I was going to go for architecture or engineering, but then I was caught by the arts.
Okay. What does so I know because NYU if
Sure.
math fine art right but the film you could really specialize in film but what it's a
Hmm.
bachelor's and a master's in fine art
Sure.
what kind of course load is that I mean what do you learn uh, during the time in school.
Oh, the course load. Oh, that's very interesting because it's mixed because you have to take everything else, right? Your philosophy, your math, your sciences, your core classes. But then in the science, in the arts, you take basics. So you learn painting, printmaking, sculpture, and then you kind of specialize into the thing that you want to do most of, which for me was printmaking and sculpture. So I feel like I could do a little bit of everything, but if I had to pick, it would be those two things.
Okay. Tell me a little bit more about the what is the definition? I mean, I think I understand what the definition is, but what is
Sure.
the definition of printmaking?
Yeah. I'll try to be channel Google like what is printmaking. It's kind of like taking replicating an image, something that you can replicate. And there's many forms of doing that. A common one is paper and ink, right? So you have some sort of relief, whether it's a carving or an etching, and then you lay down some ink on that, you know, put paper over it, apply some pressure somehow, and then you have a nice print that comes from it that you can duplicate, replicate, have a series of, for example. Now there's, a plethora of ways to do that. I don't know if that is a definition, but like a repeatable process
So
that gives you kind of a product.
so almost like a if I hope I get this right, but almost like the way they do newspaper when they run the
100%. Yes,
so,
100%. That's printmaking just on such a scale, and it's not fine art because the paper, so whatever. It's news stock, right? It's very cheap, quick. It won't last, but the process is the same. Ink on something, run it through, get it out there.
what about as far as like any does that also include inkjet or just
I don't
the
know. I don't think
process of
that's the
the
same. Yeah, I don't think ink. Yeah, like printouts, that kind of
so
stuff, like from printers.
it's the
Yeah.
process of the actual like printing money
Yeah,
that
absolutely.
okay
Printing money would fall under printmaking,
oh,
100%.
okay
Hmm.
what about what about t-shirts and the way
Yeah,
they
yeah. Screen printing,
right
absolutely.
right
Yeah, different. I mean, there's so many ways now to make T-shirts, but I'm sure you've seen with the screen and then with the squeegee on
sure
there. That's
sure
that's
sure
a.
I
Hmm.
I I actually learned that in that was one that was high school. High school
Yeah,
was they gave us a screen and then there was the yellow ink and we would have to expose a certain part of it and that would fall
right.
out and then you would squeegee the ink
Yep.
through and then you would have to each one if you wanted different colors and um
Then
I
you're
said
learning about negatives and then
yeah
the
yeah
reverse. And I'm sure every common mistake is if you write words, you have to write them in the reverse.
huh.
So yeah.
um and so what's sculpture cover
What, excuse me?
you
Oh,
said
what is sculpture?
well,
Or
what did sculpture cover? Did it cover the process of the way things were sculpted, or did it cover
Mhm.
the history of sculpture?
No, not so much history. Well, I mean, there was art history because you were supposed to take certain art history courses as well, but it was more just on the. I think a lot of the classes were project based,
Okay.
so they would give you a thought or a concept to kind of execute, and maybe depending on the project, you would have a material like, okay, we're working on wood. This is the wood sculpture, and I need you to give me, contemplate like human existence, whatever it was. Projects is kind of see how your brain can think. How can you express yourself in these different materials? Yeah,
Okay. What's a final project like?
a final project.
Yeah, yeah. Is there a finals? Like,
The
is there?
finals were usually after you figure out how to do stuff, right? Like, okay, I know how to use the machines. I know how to use if you're working in clay or whatever. Then you're kind of left to yourself to how do you want to express yourself in that medium? Okay, you know how to do it. Now, what do you want to say? Like, what do you want to say? And that's usually the final is you saying something, expressing your ideas with the skills that you learned in that semester or whenever.
Okay. All right. Do you still have your finals?
I think they're at my mom's house, honestly.
All right.
I
All
don't
right.
I don't care. And honestly, like I don't like my as the years go by, I like the art that I did less and less. I'm in the moment, I'm like, this is great. And then I'm like, oh, this is trash. Like, and it's all subjective because I'm sure some people love it. I think I've given art to people and like, I love it. I still have it in my house. And I'm like, I hate that piece so much.
I would imagine now with it's I don't know your age, but for me,
Yes.
um, they never had the social media aspect when growing up. So the
Right.
most you learned was maybe you saw a TV show or maybe you saw somebody else do it. But the knowledge was open up an encyclopedia, go to the library. But the
Yeah.
knowledge was very limited compared to the way people learn now, which is like opening up a phone and just watching what
Yeah.
everyone else is doing, which is not only super inspiring, but it's
Overwhelming.
yeah, right. Well, yeah, it can be, but I think also very inspiring too. It brings a
Hmm.
lot of. I think a lot of people watch it and then they get creative from it and they might apply other ideas to their art and then you evolve as an artist and then as you evolve you like you more and more your art
Yes.
evolves and then you look back at oh shit like I'm much better than what I was when I did that and
Yeah.
y-
And you would hope, I mean, that's how you hope life is, right? You don't want to have peaked like 20 years ago, right? You want to keep advancing and stuff.
I think that's what brings that. Well, shit, I don't want to talk about that piece.
Yeah.
That was when I didn't know anything. All right.
Yeah. But I thought I knew everything, which is hilarious.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
it's just life, man.
Uh-huh. It's life.
Experience, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you get out of college. What does somebody do with what? Well, how'd you move
Sure.
on
Like, what
from?
do you do? How do you monetize this? What
Yeah,
the
yeah.
career? Everyone laughs at the art degree, right? Like, what do you even do? For a while, I thought I wanted to be a professor.
Okay.
And that's kind of why I did my master's because I wanted to be, in academia. And that's what you need. You need your master's of fine arts, go to a college, become an associate professor, become a professor, get tenure. There's a whole track for it. And I kind of started down that path, and then I just looked around, and I don't want to disparage academia at all. I just didn't see myself fitting in that anymore, and so I gave up that. It wasn't even a dream. I just gave up that path, right? And then I graduated, got my master's and stuff, and then I got a real job, right? A real job that pays the bills, and it was no longer in the arts. It was creative. It was in graphic design, which I had limited experience in, but I figured it out, and so I was doing that for several years, and at the same time, kind of became the family man.
What were you doing in graphic? Like, did you work for a company? What were you doing in
I
graphic
worked for a
design?
company, and I was part of their like marketing department, and I would be doing graphic design and also video editing.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
in being an artist, I became very knowledgeable of Photoshop and just working with layers. Again, that sculptural element. It's like things stacked on top of each other and building out. I can see that. I think that's how I can see the world and see things. And so that lent itself well to that industry or whatever.
What was product design or marketing? What?
Oh, I don't want to get too specific in case people are watching, but yeah, it was more like marketing for like manufactured products. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Um, ad design,
Excuse me.
ad
Ad
de-
design? A
yeah.
little bit. Yeah, you got to sell stuff. you
Okay, okay.
gotta you gotta
Um,
push stuff out the door, make people like, get impressions, get clicks.
do you
And
st-
in the way, I mean, I learned a lot on the job about different things.
are you still a graphic designer?
I hate it. I don't. I try not to do it as much as possible. Yeah. Like I have these skills, but I don't like doing it. And also now with AI, it's so easy. Like people know that I used to do graphic design. And like, can you design this poster or logo for me? And I was like, just do it on AI. Just ask, ChatGPT to do it for me because I don't want to do it. It's not my love. So I try not to do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um, what isn't it crazy how fast AI has advanced?
Yes. It is and it isn't. Like when it first started, I knew that it's going to be this exponentially ramping thing, but I don't think we as humans can process what that actually means. Like we knew it was going to take over, but once it's actually happening, we're like, oh.
So
So
so just curious,
yes,
because you seem like you come from a very rich artistic beginning, and now here's AI, and just
yeah,
off the just would you say I mean it's now very easy for someone to get on and prompt away.
sure.
Do you think this is going to have a big effect on artists at all? I mean, like,
On, let's say, quote unquote fine artists,
yeah, yeah,
or
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, traditional. It's definitely a new world. A lot of people hate on AI so much, and I don't. Also, being in the space, you get to know so many AI artists, right? And so like you know what they're doing, and they're not just pressing buttons. Like they have a skill, they have a craft, especially if they do it well. Um, and just not anyone off the street can do that, right? But people off the street, they don't know that. They just think things are there's a hatred towards AI generated content, AI generated art. It is not valued, and I think that's just something that they're going to have to work out over time. Um, but yeah, I don't know.
What's your choice program?
In terms of AI,
Yeah. What do
I
you like?
like. So I started using OpenAI, right? Grok, I like Grok for quick things because it's very fast. If I just have something, I don't care how like perfect it is. I just need my idea quickly. It's Grok all the time, all day long. But then if
You're
I
like
need
the
it more
first person.
refined,
You're the first person who said I ever talked to who said I enjoy Grok too. I think Grok is
yeah,
very quick, very fast.
fast. Like I don't care. Like if I need to send a meme or whatever, I don't need to wait 10 minutes for like ChatGPT to like render this thing. It's so annoying. But there's different things but also I'm not an AI artist, right? So I know a lot of people. I had Midjourney for a while, and then I like didn't want to keep paying for it because I didn't. It became so like I don't need this. I don't need. It's not for me. Someone else is the AI artist. Like they're the pro. So I'm going to leave that kind of lane to them, and I'll just kind of make sure I'm aware of what's going on.
Okay, fair enough. So, father,
Yeah,
what's that like?
it's awesome. It's great. It's the best thing ever. It was also like the most stressful and draining thing
Your
ever.
your child is your art.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. And that's what I'm kind of like realizing is that, like I said, I was always like a creator. And then for the past like 8 years, this was the thing I was working on and still am. But it takes up you give so much of yourself not in a bad way, but like you definitely are drained of your previous self, and you kind of have to find who you are now again. But it's great. I love it. Yeah.
Less it's you have to selfless, right? So you give up everything.
Yeah, if you do it well. If you do it well, man. If you do it well.
So now I imagine things have become more stable, and
Yeah.
so the itch to return back to the art world. How did it start? I mean, where did it begin, and how'd you end up, here? And what was the I was gonna say, what was the influence behind choosing fine art for college? I mean, what was that deciding factor? As I'm gonna go into fine art.
Oh yeah, it's
Even
probably as simple as like, oh, what do I choose for my major? Right? And I take some classes like this is cool. I like this. I like the department. I guess I'm just gonna keep riding this train. You know what I mean? It just seemed like a better option than anything else.
all right.
And like I said, I wasn't an art like I didn't go into it thinking I was an artist. I kind of just
Yeah,
developed
yeah,
and
right.
became one.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
you didn't sound like you have much of an art background growing up, but you
No.
chose fine art. So I was, I guess you'd saying the vibe of it is what
Yeah.
attracted to you. Okay.
It just worked out that way. Yeah.
All right.
And then so like when I did my stint of like graphic designing, I was very, identity crisis. Like, what am I? I built myself up as an artist for so long, and like, am I a designer now? Like, and so for a while, I would call myself a designer, but I always felt like I was lying to myself. And I had to kind of claw back to be like, no, I'm an artist. I'm an artist through and through. So,
things are stable.
a little more as they can be. Life's always changing, but
Sure. But you have this urge. Well, it
yeah.
sounded like you had this urge to return back to art. Well, tell me about it.
I feel like the urge has been there the whole time. It's more been the capacity to execute on it, right? So like when you got a toddler running around, and I would struggle with it. I was like, I really wish I could create more. And you feel selfish for thinking that, right? It's like, I wish I had more time, more ability. And then you're drained, you're sleep deprived. And when you're sleep deprived, you can't think straight, and so now that I'm coming up for air a little bit, he's a little older. Not that he can fend for himself, but he can communicate. We can communicate in a way that is more productive towards a balanced life, if that makes sense. So I'm finding more balance every day, thank God, in life. And I'm trying to just keep going, man. Just keep going. Yeah.
So tell me about how do you sneak in the urge now, and tell me a little bit about the decision to craft.
Well, I mean, if you want to talk about like my art now or like the medium,
I do.
this might be a good time.
Yeah. That's what I was kind of leading you into. Yeah.
Yeah. So my main medium now is I call it sculpture, but it's like hand carved, hand cut brass, usually brass. And it's brass because I wanted to emulate gold early on. I was like, okay, I can't work in gold. It's so expensive. So what looks shiny? What looks like gold? And brass was like the closest thing that I came upon. At my school, they had a jewelry studio at college. So just chance that they had a jewelry studio. So that's where I picked up the skill of using a jeweler saw, which here, let me see. This is a jeweler saw. So I don't know if the people could see or whatever.
Yeah. Everybody can see. You're good.
Okay, cool. Oh, you could see, right. So this is a jeweler saw. It's like a U frame. And then it has a very thin kind of blade right here with teeny tiny teeth. You can't even see them. And so this lets you cut through metal. So eat. So everything by hand. And so this is what I use to make all of my work, basically. Or this is what I've decided to use as my medium.
I was gonna say it's almost looks like a bandsaw of it,
Yeah.
but almost a hand bandsaw.
Yeah, I think in wood, I think it's called a coping saw, maybe.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
How did you? I mean, was this something that stemmed from college, or like what made you? What would you see that made you say?
The skill was in college, right? In that jewelry studio that I mentioned, and that's where I learned how to do this. The first projects that I picked up was I was part of a fraternity in college, and in the fraternity scene, people would wear their letters, right? So you wear your Greek letters as paraphernalia, they would call it. And so I started making it for myself, and then for my, chapter brothers and the sisters, and then this other college. And so I was just making it for all sorts of people because we are like, oh, that's hot. I like that. Kids. We were just kids. We want to flex. We want to like shine or bling or whatever. And that's kind of how I got the practice of the skill. And then I would apply it to my artwork and create other stuff other than lettering or Greek stuff.
So now fast forward to today.
Yeah.
I always say in life, right? We go through life and we try a lot of different things. And then sometimes in life we circle back, or we what's the word I'm looking for? We Frankenstein. We reignite, or we bring things back from the dead.
We resurrect.
Thank you very much. All right, Jose. You come on the hour power anytime when you start finishing my sentences.
I like it.
We resurrect, old things that personally I feel that we love, right? Because if we don't resurrect, there's certain things in life like reef tanking,
Yes.
Lego, right? There's stuff, paint, airbrushing. And I've tend to found that in my life, and I've done a lot of different things in life, but there's only so many few things that I would actually go back to and resurrect and be like, you know what? Let me try this today. Let me work on this today, because you find you have this fond love for it, and you never forget about it. But now you come into today, or maybe you see somebody on social media doing something, and it reignites that inspiration, and it's like, shit, like look at how far they've come today, or look at the technique that this guy is using, and you know what? I'm going to try this, and I'm going to try that. I mean, I see this all the time when it comes to airbrushing. When I used to airbrush, I only knew as much as what I could get out of the magazine or what I saw someone else do. And now today, now I get to look online. I get to look on IG. I get to flick through a lot of different things, and I'm like, holy shit. Like, look at how creative they got with this shit now, you know? And I'm like, man, I gotta get back to this. I gotta get back.
Sure.
And then there's a whole brand new level of learning that you can apply, but you would never apply it to something that you didn't love to do. And it's interesting because you said that, graphic design wasn't your heart, but, here you are sculpting away and cutting away. And I've seen some of these pieces that you made, and are very intricate. Very, very, I'm going to say, takes a lot of patience to create what you've been creating. So when I see pieces that are very intricate, you have to have that love. You got to have.
Yeah, you're right, huh?
Right? It's the only way that you could create them.
Yeah, why would I spend all these hours?
Yeah, no way. It's just the patience involved. So. Would you see something, or was it just something that was burning inside? Or now I think maybe you've seen other artists, you've seen other people doing things, and it's like now back then I was doing it because I loved it, but I was doing it because something to show off. But now I feel like I could take it to a brand new level, and I'm gonna get wicked with it. And I don't know if you remember us talking at the Canal Street show, but I when I spoke to Chad, I said, who is that guy? And he's like, oh, that's one of the artists that was on the corner, One Love. I was like, what art did he have on the billboard? He said, oh, he had that flickering, he had that bronze. That was bronze, and I thought that was AI or some sort of animation. I didn't realize that was you filming the actual piece that you created, right?
Yeah.
I said, that was real? And he was like, yeah. And I'm like, holy shit, he's was he a sculptor or something? Yeah, well, he carves these beautiful, pieces out of bronze. It's like, oh, I had no idea that was real. I really thought that was like something that maybe you animated or something. So when I found out that it was real, I was like, holy shit. All right, he'd make a great guest for HOP, because I'm curious about this. I was like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that was some phenomenal work. Now here you are, years later. What made you want to get back into it outside of having that? Did you see something? Did you see other people doing it? I mean, what? Because
Sure.
now I feel like you're doing a different level type of.
Yeah.
But
You know,
I'll let you talk about it because it's. Go ahead.
well, it's a few things. I've been in this space, right? I've been in the NFT space since like 2000, 2000, no, 2020, 2020, 2021. But I've just been hanging around, collecting. I've been collecting, very active participant in different communities. Um, but I haven't minted much. Like I have stuff on like Tezos here and there. I tried, like a lot of people, you try in the beginning, to just mint, and you kind of try to, you do the astronauts, you do the ETH, right? You try to like put pigeonhole into what you think people will want because you're trying to make money or something. You're trying to capitalize on that momentum. And then quickly I realized that I didn't want to do a disservice to minting. Like this is very serious. And I know some people just mint away, whatever. But I didn't want to put something out there half-assed because people are paying money for this. Like, yeah, it's digital money, but I don't want to feel like I'm putting out garbage and then have that regret that people are like um, upset that, oh, that you rugged, or that, hey, how come your value is not going up? If I don't have the time to dedicate to this, I don't want people upset that they paid good money for like this digital thing that I'm giving them. But now I'm finding that I have more time or more attention, and being very intentional of like when I can release things. Um, I find that I'm very gravitated to like these new open calls that are coming out because it gives me something to work towards, like a project. I love projects that I can work towards and really put a good effort in and put something I'm proud of. And if you collect it, that's great. And if you don't, I'm really more than anything just proud that I made something. That's all I want. I just want to be able to make something.
Quality over
Yeah,
quantity.
absolutely.
Uh,
And sustainability too. Like I don't want to just throw stuff out there just to throw it out there. You know what I mean?
yeah, I do know exactly what you mean because
Yeah.
I think I've been in the space just as long as you, and maybe I've minted one or two things.
Right.
Um, and it's interesting because you created physicals,
Yeah.
and I created physicals. Probably you minted what you felt was quality, and now at the same time, now that I have quality, I feel like I can move forward with my mint as well. So very interesting. Uh, 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 like mine.
Parallel.
Yeah, very, very. It's just
Yeah.
the energy. I don't believe in randomness, or I don't believe in it's just luck, and it's just
Yes.
coincidence. I don't believe in coincidences.
Right.
So I can find this conversation fascinating. You asked so many questions from everything that I was on display,
That
and
was your show.
yeah, I don't like answering questions though.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The tables have turned. You didn't even know it.
But it's as I said, get ready because I got my questions now.
All right.
Um, so how do you decide what it's okay. First thing I'm going to say is I find the spaces. I find X and
Yes.
the NFT world. I find it to be very inspiring. Do you
Oh
feel?
yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, where else can you? Everyone's brilliant, or a lot of people are. Maybe not everyone. Maybe some people are just loud. But there's so many people who are so smart or so like adept at their craft, whatever it is, at their art, or they're a coder, and nowhere else can you get. It's like a free education. And I tell people, I'm like, come in, like you got to get in these spaces. Like, what's that? What's X? I'm not doing that. Like they don't even want to do a podcast, let alone the space. But like you're rubbing elbows with like some of the smartest people on the planet. in the thing that you're interested in. Like that's gold. And that's why I love being in spaces. Although I will say I hardly ever talk to them, almost never. I don't think I've ever, like, twice maybe spoken in a space. So thank you. You're actually helping me kind of get my legs under me.
Yeah, yeah. I'm surprised because you said yes to the show, and here we are, shooting the shit.
Right.
I'm like,
That was
how?
your approach. You're like, come on, let's do the show. I was like, oh my God. I see that you like really are passionate at what you do, that I didn't want to let you down.
Well, I didn't know too much about you. I didn't know too much about your art, but when I found out that what I was seeing on that screen was a physical, I
Yes.
was like, holy shit, that was really good work. I'm like,
Thank you.
yeah, that's the beginning of, it's just, I personally, I didn't know if it was the beginning, middle, or end. But now that I know you and I see it's the beginning of something, it's really intriguing to see how you're going to evolve and,
Yeah.
5, 10 years from now, right? And so it's like, you know what? It's I like I said, I don't believe in coincidences. That I was sitting here today, and I'm a little behind on my. I took about 2 weeks to prepare. It's the exhibition came out of really the blue, and it was just like, so I got a wall, and maybe you want to have a piece or two on it, and it's this big space, and didn't want to let anybody down.
Right.
I wanted not only for me to stand in front of it and be proud, but I wanted everybody else to be proud as well. Just kind of set that bar of quality. And so it happened so fast that I kind of fell behind on the schedule. And today I was sitting here like, I got it. We got a show on Friday, but I'm saying to myself, shit, I don't have anybody on Monday, and I'm like, who did I meet that I feel would be? And I'm like, Jose, man, let's see if he bites, and
Yeah.
let's see if he's. And you wrote right back. You were like, yeah, I'd love to.
I
And
was scared. I was scared to say no.
I, bro, 8
But
seconds.
I'm very excited. I was very excited.
8 seconds or less, man. If
Yeah.
I don't get that yes right away, it's like,
I
but
know. I could feel that. I felt that energy. I was like, yeah, I can't dilly dally at all. Like, he needs a reply immediately. And so I was like, okay. I talked to my wife. I was like, is it okay if I do this thing? And they're like, yeah, it's fine. So
I was so happy that you hit back so quickly. I was like, damn, that was meant to be. Like
I could feel your energy, man. There's the power. There is the power in the hour.
Okay, so your sculptures now.
Yes.
How do you decide to? You know what? Let me check the time. We're about 10 minutes away from an hour, so
Sure.
we're gonna move over about 10, 15 minutes and start showing everybody what we're talking about here. But
Yeah.
so brass, because you wanted it close to gold.
Yeah.
Now, how did it start? Like, because you got some very intricate. It's like you seem like the type that challenges yourself. Because you didn't pick simple from the stuff that I saw. It was these not simple things to create.
Sure.
How do you decide? How did you? Was it something where you said, okay, I see what everybody's doing with these NFTs.
Yeah.
And I'm going to sculpt, and then I'm going to turn that into an NFT, and I'm going to get involved, or
It's hard, man. Honestly, with these things, it's because, like you said, one of the things I ran into was people don't know that it's a physical.
right.
Like, they think, because it's so easy to be like, oh, that's just a 3D render, which everyone can do, easier than none.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
yeah.
And so if you think it's a 3D render, it's not impressive at all, because anyone could do that. And so I was butting heads with that, and I was like, well, how do I portray that? No, this is not only a physical, but how do I make it interesting? Because it's really like, it's really cool if you hold it or if you see it in person. Now, how do you translate that digitally? And that's been something I've been really struggling or challenging myself with. And it all comes down to like lighting, and I have to learn about lighting and like photography, which you're a pro at. And then if you want to take a video, and I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ.
You did very good capturing some of those things, because I'm looking at them and I'm like, holy shit.
It's not it's
These
hard,
look
man.
like 3D renders. I'm like, you had the light. I don't know how you got it to turn so slowly, but it's I don't know if you just set it in motion with the chain or you were twisting it on top
It's so
slowly.
funny. Well, we'll see them, but like in the beginning, it was on a fish wire, and I would go like, "Ee," and I would just wait till it kind of balanced out and slowed, and then captured that.
Okay.
And then at some point, I bought like a motor, like a little slow speed motor that would go, and that helped me. I was like, okay, it's moving at a, but I kind of don't like the spinning now. I don't like it. I'm moving away from the spinning, but I don't know
So
what to do with these things, but I'm
d-
figuring it out. It's
have you so I'm going to assume you keep them straight now. You should put you move the light in motion. Is
Yeah,
that
that's what I'm doing now. I got
got
little lights, and I'm like, "Ugh, I'm gonna have to buy more and experiment
you
and
got to
stuff."
get creative with the lighting.
Yep, and it's not that it stinks, but I'm like, that's not my craft, right? Like my craft is making the thing, but now I have to kind of be skilled in portraying it and showing it off, and really like highlighting the potential that I see when I made it. How do I make that come across to somebody and be interesting? And
So, question: have you do you watch any of these? You ever go on TikTok and watch these product shot? A lot of photographers out there do these creative product shoots.
sure, like "Ugh, ugh," with the smoke and like "Ugh,"
Yeah,
and
yeah. I
moving
was
your
gonna
phone like
say, well,
that.
when are we gonna see one with some smoke, bro? Like, some
Sure. Yeah.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna have to like dig deep. I mean, that's marketing too. That's all. Oh, fun fact or side note, in between my like graphic design job, I briefly worked for a place doing product photography,
Oh,
which I also didn't know anything about, but I learned on the job. And so you can learn about, using the camera and different lighting and kind of focusing on small stuff. So that came in handy, like just getting an eye. And also there, I learned an appreciation for collectibles because we were shooting things that were like purses, shoes, antiques. There was a lot of shooting of antiques. And in the beginning, I was like, why would anyone pay for this? This costs how much? But then by the end, and especially now with NFTs, right, and collectibles, you're like, yeah, of course it's worth that much. Of course there's a market for it. So I think at the same time that I learned about, um, you know, photography and getting an eye, also the value that can be placed on different things in terms of a market.
so was this by fluke or was all of this?
It was like a Craigslist job. I was like, I need a job, and I found it on Craigslist, and it worked out. Yeah.
So were you manifesting the future, or was it just something that was happening? And well,
No, I don't. Not, like you said, nothing is random. This was all supposed to happen to get to where I am now, I
shit,
guess.
yeah, yeah, man.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
what a job to pick up, especially
Weird.
yeah. So oh, this makes so much sense now
Oh,
because
cool. Good.
as we were talking, right?
You're helping
Um,
me figure this out too. It's like I was like, I don't know. I don't know who I am. I'm trying to
well, I
figure that
mean,
out too.
this
So
is you go through your background,
yeah,
and like I said, I don't believe in coincidences. Maybe at the time it didn't make sense, but you travel the timeline and you
sure.
see where you've come to where you are now, and now it's like, holy shit, that job was so important because
Yeah.
that's teaching. I'm telling you, I understand product design, and I told you as we were sitting in front of them, it was important to capture these things
Mm-hmm.
because that was the main reason why I felt that we would do the best when it came to selling them.
Yeah.
The better the product shot, the better the more the client who purchases is going to be happy. They know what it looks like. The better it sells it. The better the photo, the better the
Yeah.
sale.
Yeah.
Works.
And that's what I'm running into now. Is like I need to make a better photo.
Yeah. But the same thing with people. When you
Yeah.
photograph people, the better you photograph, the better your photographer, the more comfortable you are. The better you capture something, the more it's the more eyes, the more
Yeah.
easy it is to look at, the more attention grabbing it is. So you're creating these pieces. Now the challenge is capturing them. How do you decide what you're going to create?
Well, let's see. So I feel like back in the day or like years ago, I used to create off of printouts. And sometimes I would design and I would like compose them, but I would find an image or I'd make a graphic and I would cut that out. But now more, I'm trying to lean more towards things that are drawn, like hand drawn,
Okay.
because I think, at least for me, it's more impressive. It's like, okay, it wasn't that I just, I'm trying to differentiate myself from something that could be mass produced. It's like let's say you have a Nike swoosh or whatever logo. Any machine could do that. Any CNC machine could do that. So why is it special that I did that? But if I drew it first, if I sketched it out on the metal, I feel like I have more of a hand in that creation, like a more legitimacy or validation. So I'm trying to lean more into that kind of even more hand, a little grittier. It might not be as perfect of a drawing, but it'll be more authentic.
How do you decide what I mean, is it you just, you know what I'm gonna do, like, do you get where do you get inspiration from when you decide what you're gonna
Well,
create?
my latest piece, which we'll talk about, is the do the work piece. It was literally one of those shower thoughts. I really find that like a lot of ideas come in the shower, and I nailed it down to it's because it's one of the few times that we get to be quiet with our thoughts. Because,
Right.
dude, all day long, I am plugged in all day long. I'm either in a
A
podcast,
lot of
a Twitter
distractions.
space.
A lot of distractions.
There's never a moment that I'm not like listening to something because I'm trying to better myself and learn and educate, right? You always want to, but we need that time to kind of nothing. We need that nothing time.
Meditation time.
Yeah. And I feel like one of the few times is that shower. So it just came to me because I knew about this open call, Anima Mundi, on Object, curated by the wonderful creatress as part of the One Love Art DAO. And so I knew I wanted to participate in it, especially because it was for like Hispanic Heritage Month. So I was like, oh, this is me. I want to be part of this. But now what do I do? And so I made my latest piece for that.
Okay. All right. We're about an hour in. What do you
Time
think?
flies.
Especially when it's good conversation. What do you think about if we head over to the computer and start bringing some of this up so we could show everybody
Yeah,
what you do?
that sounds great. Unless you have any other curiosities.
I do, but I'm going to be asking them while we have the
Sure,
art.
sure, sure.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
rock.
I have a whole list of
Cool.
questions, but I don't want to start asking them and I don't
Sure.
want to
What are
ask
we
you
looking at?
how long a piece takes without it being on the screen. Like that's, to me,
Makes
that's
sense.
something that I want them to see when I ask the question. But are you so what I'm going to ask you is, do you see this stuff evolving? When I say that, I know where you're at because I know your art. But do you see it evolving with more, with differences? With what's the word I'm looking for? Hang on, let me switch the camera so you don't feel like you're left alone here.
Yeah.
Image.
I like that light. I don't even know how you did that. I don't know what's going on.
Man, I'm a
like,
cinematographer, and
I know. I'm like, where are you? What part of the world?
and
right?
I'm a photo. Well, it's Halloween time over here, so I got the purple lights, I got everything going.
Yeah.
All right, let me bring up this webcam so we click over so you don't feel like you're talking to an empty chair. I'm gonna start flicking around these screens and changing these screens in the same time.
Cool.
I see all you guys in the box. What up, Hito? What up, Goalie? What up, Josh? What up, One Love Art DAO? What's up, guys? How you guys doing? I believe Jenny is behind there. So what up, Jenny? Let me re-rig these screens so that we can have a conversation here. All right, let me drop this down. Let me drop that down. Let me double this up. Let me close this. So let me bring you over here. And then let me change this. And then now this is something interesting, right? And we'll talk about, since I see that One Love Art DAO is in the box right now. What question.
Sure.
And you're also getting little tips and advice. Josh says,
What's
for
that?
making good reflections on metal in video, I use a small light box to help control the detail easily.
Thank you. I do have a little box. It's like I got it at Michael's, and it was like a little craft box. So it does help, and you gotta like control the shot. There's so much, man. I like bought velvet. I remember you talking about Hobby Lobby last episode. I went to Hobby Lobby and I got this nice piece of black velvet.
If I turned the camera around and showed you all my backdrops and all of my
Sure.
different,
Yeah.
oh man, it would blow your mind. But backdrops are super, super important.
Yeah.
Interesting. So we'll talk about this right now off the bat. The One Love, I'm going to bring it up because this is the piece.
Am I able to see these?
No, no.
Oh, okay, cool.
If
right.
do you have a phone or a computer?
Yeah, I got my computer. I'm right here.
What do you want? What are you broadcasting on? Are you broadcasting on your phone or your computer?
I'm broadcasting on my Mac.
Okay, so if your Mac can handle it, you can.
Maybe I'll use my phone.
Yeah, that would be yes.
Yeah.
You can go to X, go to my profile, click on the pink profile, or no, click on the link that opens up, right? And open that up.
I can watch myself. Watch
yes,
the show.
You'll see what I have. Now remember, Jose,
I'll keep the volume down.
This is important because we got on so late that I didn't get a chance to go over all the details. We're 10, 15 seconds behind. So.
Yeah, I'm not listening to it. I'm just putting it up.
So if you tell me to go to something and I find it, I'm probably there way before you.
Sure.
Now, I'm going to bring this piece up because this was honestly the piece that I couldn't. When Chaz told me that this piece was real, I was like, no, it wasn't. That was a render. And I get the same AI comments from my photos of Coral, like, what is this, AI? And I'm like, no, it's not AI.
Well, I mean, now it's like that's my first go-to on not even any art, any image, any video I see is like, is it AI? Like, I don't ask if I assume it's AI first, and then I have to be proven wrong otherwise.
You don't know what to believe. And, this is, I don't know if you've seen all these Sora videos coming out. With Biggie and Tupac. I think today I saw Eazy-E and
they're really good.
And very good. Right.
They're really good. I like it.
Rogers,
they're
Mr.
so
Rogers,
funny.
right? They're funny, but we're gonna get to a point where you're not gonna know what to believe is real and what isn't, and that's a little scary. It's because people are gonna see shit and they're gonna try to do shit that they see. When it might have been AI and it might be physically human impossible to do something, and you're going to be thinking that, oh, well, they did it, right? Yeah, exactly. Sure. So that's the part that I find to be a little scary.
There's a lot to be wary of.
Okay, let me background. Let me more options. Let me show minimize. Let me get this out of here. Okay, so I'm going to bring up this piece that this is the piece that so for everybody, this is the piece that was on the billboard with One Love Art Thou at NFT NYC, and I remember this piece clearly. But this was the piece when I was talking to Chaz, and even when I think I was talking to you, I said that piece is real, and you were like, yeah, but you also how big is that piece?
Here. I'll show you.
Show everybody.
I recently sold a piece, which I haven't announced yet, so I'm really happy that the collector got it. But I made a print. So can you see this?
Yes.
So this print, again, back to the printmaking, I make the prints from the little sculptures. So that's one way that the sculptures kind of have a dual purpose. Like everything kind of has a different purpose.
So you're using them almost as a stamp.
As block.
Yeah.
Okay. And so this is how big the piece was, right? For scale, I suppose. So very small.
I remember when you told me in Canal Street show, you were like, yeah, man, it's really small, man. Yeah, he was like small. I'm like, get out of here. That's how big it was. Okay, so what I want to do is I know we have your profile. We'll start at your X. And I know you said highlight reels. And then we also have your gram open. So where do you think we should start? Where's the beginning? Is it the gram? Is it the highlight reels? Take us back to the very beginning.
The beginning.
Yeah, I want
like what do you want to see? Do you want to?
I want to know the first piece that you took seriously. Was that
Oh
Instagram?
no, I don't even know if that's there. The first piece I did serious. I mean, it's all an
Well,
evolution. I'm surrounded
when
by. I have a lot of my little pieces here. I'm just like
oh well, show them off,
I'm like
bro. Show
surrounded by them.
show them off.
I show them all. There's so many, dude. It's like
Yeah,
I've
why are you
I've made.
hiding? Yeah, man.
I don't know. I'm
Let
gatekeeping
everyone
my
see.
own work.
Yes, let everybody see what you got going
but you
on.
see what I mean? Like, what is like? Here's a dollar sign. What does that mean? You know what I mean? It's like that's not art. It was so a lot of these were part of like a bigger collage and stuff. And yeah. So here's Daft Punk. Oh no, this is me. This one I like a lot actually. This is something I want to return to. It's like portraiture. So this is me. I don't know if you could see it very well.
Yeah.
But this is me in college, I guess. You know, as a young buck, kind of in the fraternity. There you go. There you see it. And this is actually very reminiscent of my latest piece, of my son. Eventually, I want to make a new self-portrait of myself just to kind of mark the time. You know what I mean? Like, this is me now.
So, talk to me about time involved. Like, I was watching some whips, and I think
Sure.
whips, really probably if you shoot, I think creative whips would be great for you. Which I
Yeah.
saw you do I just, I saw a few where you were cutting away. But
Yeah.
what type of time is involved, and how long? And I would imagine that this is not something that you could rush because you could easily cut the piece in half.
Uh,
How difficult is it to sort through? I mean, is it?
it's not difficult for me. It's very meditative. There's no risk of me breaking the piece or messing up because it goes so slow. Like you're going that you don't really. It's not like I'm going to go and like cut through it. No, I'm very much. It's like a surgeon. Like I'm not going to mess up, but it's just going to take a long time. So that's the hard part. It's labor intensive and but it's meditative. So once I'm in there, once I know what I want to do, it's just a matter of time before it gets done, which I love. And
How,
the
how,
hard part, honestly, sometimes it's just what do I make? Like, what's the idea?
how long does it take you to cut through?
I would say several hours. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a piece.
Like baseline 2 to 3
Well,
hours.
how long did your most complicated piece take?
Oh, yeah. Days, right? Across days. Here, I'll show you a very complicated one. I love this one. I got this one figured out. This is, it helps if I put the background behind
Yeah.
it.
The white paper really helps.
Yes. This is like,
Or put it up against your shirt. Put it on the
there
black.
we go.
No.
This helps and stuff. But if you could see all of that, fine. Look at all those holes. Because these are all those holes are drilled in with like a Dremel. You drill in all those holes and then you feed the saw blade in through. You close up the saw blade and then you start cutting. Then you're done with the hole and you unlock it and then you do it all over again. So, yeah, this took days. But I made this like years ago.
Jose, just out of curiosity, put it up against your shirt.
Yeah. Oh, against my shirt. Okay, here we go.
There we go.
I don't know if you want me to like. And so then, like, sometimes they're jewelry, right? Like,
Yeah.
For a while, like.
Well, I saw you had one on a chain.
As wearables, yeah.
Yeah. And then also, there's so many opportunities, especially with fashion designers.
Right.
If somehow you hooked up with somebody and they figured out,
I'm gonna put it out there right now. I want to work with Wildy Martinez. She's a good friend of mine, but she works in the fashion space. She works with like AI and fashion, and so I've been wanting to collab with her for a while. So I'm just saying it out loud so that I could actually make it happen.
that's right, manifest it.
Yes.
All right, we got the open world spinning. You ever make a mistake on any of these and have to start over?
No, I've never had to start over. Yeah, no. Like I said, it's so slow that you don't really make a mistake. Maybe if there's something really fine in there, like you'll cut through, right?
I mean, these are some fine cuts in here, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, this is like very, very, but interesting how you use the meditative. You talk to artists, and when it comes to very intricate art, I think it puts you into this meditative state where you find your answers. You find your answers.
It's funny because remember I was talking about quiet time.
Yes.
I don't do quiet. Like I'm still listening to like
Oh, you got
usually
music playing?
oh huh? Oh like on a space. I'm just like listening to spaces and
Oh,
like
you. Oh. So you're
but I maybe I should just be quiet. I don't know.
no. I mean, if you're learning,
Yeah,
uh,
yeah. It's
right?
good learning time.
If you feed, if it's good stuff and it's inspiring,
Mm-hmm.
then it's also these displays. The way you're doing this,
Right.
you cut these things together at perfect timing.
Yeah,
You
and that's
cut you
another
cut you
thing.
cut them right on this. It's very interesting, bro.
Oh, what do you mean?
Well,
Like
you the way it
oh,
flips.
the loop.
Yes,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
loop.
yeah.
You looped
I'm
it
pretty
pretty.
proud of that. I
Yeah,
wanted to
yeah.
loop
You
perfectly.
should be proud of it. What you did
Yeah.
wasn't very easy.
No, I have a good eye because you don't want it to go. Like you want it to kind of go, and like I said, the video editing actually helped a lot because I can get in there and Premiere and really kind of be precise with it.
You get right to that frame.
Yep.
What's the piece you're most proud of?
Man, I don't know, dude. I was
Let,
thinking.
let,
I
let's
knew this. I knew this would come up
if
too.
you if
Like,
you
whoa,
have
what's your
to
favorite art piece?
if you have to brag, bro. If you have to show that one piece, what's that piece that you would show?
Man, like I feel bad because like I don't even know if I have it available, but there was one piece that was like my full upper torso like this, like the life size, right? And the entire thing was made up of all these different kind of symbols and fragments put together, and it was like tacked on to a gallery wall in the Bronx at Wave Hill. You're from the Bronx, so
Yes.
I don't know if you're familiar with Wave Hill. So that was there, and that was a big deal. Um, I don't know if I have a picture of it available right now, but I guess that's what I was. But that was years ago. So I want to be proud of stuff now. You know what I mean? So I want to make new work. That was in the past. The past was great, but I want to make new work.
Do you when you're finished with a piece, do you polish? Do you?
I
I'm watching your whip now, but
yeah. You see that thing I'm using? That it's like a sponge.
yes.
It's so I found it. It's like a sponge with grit on it, which I found. So it's not like sandpaper. It's like sandpaper, but it's like rubber, like
Okay.
a rubber sandpaper. It's really interesting. But I found that works really well to just kind of clean it.
Now let me ask you a question. Because it's brass,
Yes.
does it tarnish at all
Oh
after?
yeah, it tarnishes. It gets kind of doesn't stay shiny forever. It gets some age to it, which makes it's interesting, right? Because it could get like difficult to, let's say, you can't really sell it for fine jewelry because then the upkeep. You're like, it's not a fine metal. It's not silver. It's not gold. It has to rely on the artwork and not the material, if that makes sense.
Let me ask you a question. Is the end gold is the end
Yeah.
goal fine a fine metal?
No, no, I don't think so. I don't think it's like, I don't think that there would be any kind of value or like extra worth if it was cut out of gold. I feel like that's just it's, it's cut out of gold, right? This thing costs $80,000.
I was just talking in terms of not having to shine, brass, how it
Oh, to shine
tarnishes.
it up again?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it's not out of the world of possibility, but for me, I'm just trying to create the image, the piece, the artwork. So, um, the other thing I'll say is once I can do something, like once I figure out to do a process, I'm very stubborn to like do something else. You know what I mean? I do a lot of cooking and baking, and once I find a recipe I like, I'm like stuck. I don't change it at all. I'm just like, this is what we're doing. So now I'm like, we're working with brass. It's,
You never know, that opportunity might come along with somebody.
yeah.
Bro, I mean, not for nothing, but you are you I guarantee I know the answer to this, but are you a fan of Icebox at all? Do you know who Icebox is?
I don't know Icebox.
Okay, so Icebox I'm pretty sure it's Icebox. They are the creators of the pendants, the jewelry makers for a lot of the hip hop artists.
Okay.
So you got the computer in front of you right now.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Google icebox, but also Google icebox pendants, or like look up Chris Brown's Charlie Brown.
Sure, Icy and Charlie Brown.
Yeah, it's his Charlie Brown pendant. Or look up
Uh-huh. A
any.
little Snoopy.
Yeah.
Yep.
And also look, I think the baby. I think he has some pretty creative pendants as well.
Oh,
Um,
cute. That's cool.
They
Yeah.
make a lot of very creative pieces.
Right.
I wouldn't be surprised if somebody reached out to you.
Yeah. Yeah, again, it's we'll see what happens, and if maybe there's an image, right, that kind of resonates and can carry
Sure.
on. I don't think I'm there yet. Like shout out to you Zapata. Thank you for the hat. Shout out to you. Look at this. I got this really nice hat from him the other day. But he has this iconic palometa, right? That's his thing. That's his symbol. You know? I don't have that yet. So I got a baby. I don't know if I need one, but I don't have my own kind of icon yet.
I was gonna say it's your signature, right?
Right.
Sometimes the signature is the style of art. Sometimes
Yeah.
the signature is like his palometa, you know,
Mhm.
where you see it and you automatically know, like, oh, I know what artist that is.
Exactly.
Yeah, I just I'm going through
This is the
these.
Bronx. If you take a look.
Wait, hang on.
The blooming Bronx.
Oh, that's the
I really
actual.
like that piece.
That's the map of the Bronx on the map, huh?
Yeah. I really like that one because, like I said, it was those flowers, they're all hand drawn. And I think that's why like I love it so much.
Interesting choice to fill in the Bronx with.
Yeah. I really like flowers. I really like doodling kind of flowers or kind of
Where in the
leaves.
Bronx did you used to live?
Wakefield. So
Okay.
like around 233rd
Okay.
up there.
Oh, I think
yeah.
I asked you that.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
remember.
yeah.
Yeah,
Two
yeah.
train, 233rd.
So right by are you by you? And I remember asking you this then. I'll ask it to you again. But over by Manhattan College area, right?
I'm not sure. I don't think so. I don't know. I'm like by remember Montefiore, that hospital, like up
Or
there.
am I thinking Spelman?
Or yeah, maybe. I don't know. My geography is never that great.
I got
Like
you.
I live in Jersey now, but I don't know where anything is.
Is you missed the Bronx or
No, I do not. I don't miss it at all. And my parents are still there, and I'm like, how do I take you away from here? It's a rough place, man, and it's the city's just growing, but that's a conversation for another day. It's just so much growth.
I'm surprised you not and what are your thoughts about collabing with other artists? I mean, what if you Zapata wanted you to carve him out of Palometa?
I mean, I think I'm down. I'm like open to it. I think in the past I haven't pursued it because again, I don't like this is I take this very seriously, like this space, and I don't want to half ask anything. I don't want to commit myself to something that I wouldn't be able to like actually achieve. Because I've fallen into that trap before where I'm like, oh yeah, I can do it. I can do it. And then you're like suffering in your life because you can't. You don't have the time. So I would love to. I would love to find the time, make the time, and
Yeah,
especially that I've gotten to know these folks, these fine folks, more and more, like over the years.
very inspirational people.
Yeah.
I was speaking to a friend today, and I was describing to him like, as I'm printing these things out, and I'm trying to find the perfect frame for them, and he's like, B, you sound like, shout out to my boy Miguel. He's like, B, you sound like this is work. He's like, this is art, man. You're supposed to be having fun doing this. You're supposed to like really sound like you're having fun. You sound like you're over there like trying to get it done and doing work. And I'm like, bro, man, the shit that I got done in 10 days, I'm like, I said, it was a lot of work in 10 days to get that done. But yeah. I was like, I guess the fun was seeing it on the wall and seeing the display of everything. Um, I see. I remember seeing. I didn't realize it was the map of the Bronx around your neck. Um, I like. Man, I gotta give you just a. I know you have your style, and I'm not one, but I love when I see it on black over seeing it
Yeah.
on white.
Yeah.
I just.
It's
Um,
very different because you get a very different feel.
uh,
Oh, I love this piece. If we want to talk about things I'm proud of, I really like this one.
yeah, you can feel how proud you are the way
Love this piece.
you are displaying it, right? I don't know how many different ways you decided to shoot this, or if you just
A
saw it.
lot. A lot, man.
Okay,
It took me
that's.
time. And I think I finally got it to a place. But still, I'm like,
Can I
because it's so big, like the image is so like grandiose that I want it to come across on the screen, but that's hard, man.
can I give you a little tip as well?
Please, please, please.
So you head over to Home Depot and grab yourself a piece of plexi,
Hmm.
and put plexi on the bottom,
On the bottom, yeah. Especially like
or
if you have it black, like a black
yeah,
plexi too. Yep.
yeah,
Yeah.
black. Well, no, you could use clear right here, right? On
Okay.
any
Yeah.
color or any black. So when I used to, so on photography shoots, especially with the models when they would come in,
Hmm.
my boy, shout out to my boy George, who is not with us anymore. He taught me about this. Marc, 2 pieces of plexi on the floor. And so with 2 4x8 pieces of plexi, as
Yeah.
thin as you can get. It don't have to be
Okay.
expensive, right?
Thin. Sure.
And then let me tell you um, like a reflection of water, man. Insanity.
Yeah.
There,
Yeah.
it only took me one time, and I ran out to the store. It only took me one time to say, how did this guy get this reflect? 2 pieces
Hmm.
of plexi, 2 4x8s, and so I still have the
Sure.
2 4x8s on the side of my studio. And you throw them down on whatever color, if you have a pink backdrop, black backdrop, brown, and it makes such a reflection. Yeah, it'll blow your mind. And I almost, you do your thing, but
No. Like I said, I'm trying to figure this out.
it'll give you such a look on the image, on
Hmm.
the actual video, man. That piece will it almost look like one full piece, but yet the way you shift the camera up and down, you could
Right.
lessen it to the point where you'll know that it's a reflection, but yet you give it a try. So
Absolutely. I will.
the size of your pieces, you don't need the piece will cost you $30. You
2 pieces of plexiglass.
That's right. That's how 2 pieces of plexi, 2 4x8s. You put one down, put the other. I'm like, what about the line? Don't worry about it. Just you'll sit right. And the minute I'm sitting there,
Right.
they get the line is so back and back. You back them up. He's like, just get them close. And
Hmm.
sure enough, they're standing there, and I'm like, holy shit! Like this is how you got the reflection. One of the best tips I ever learned in photography street class with my friend
Well,
George.
thank you. Thank you for passing that on.
But right now, I'm looking at this and I'm saying to myself, holy shit, man, what if there was a piece of plexi underneath this? Like, it would nail the reflection of it. It would almost look like a full piece, but not, But you did an excellent job.
That's what I kind of wanted. So that's great. I'm glad we had
Not
that
not a,
conversation.
not a mirror, plexi,
Yep.
all right?
Yeah.
It'll look like it's sitting in water. Yeah, awesome. And this was the piece.
This is unminted, so this still has possibilities.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I still have it. So this piece, if I could talk about it real quick,
Yeah,
it's called
yeah.
it's El Sol Los Soles is the name, and it means the sun, the suns. So it's a sun image composed of the different sun iconography across different Latin American kind of histories, right? So like Incan, Maya, Aztec. I forget which one. I mean, it's Taino. The one on the left, the curvy one, is like a Taino sun, and I kind of like blended them all in together to create this, to show that okay, we're different but the same, right? We all kind of revere the sun, this sun iconography, even if the way that we portray it is different. It's sort of a unifying piece that I came with. But it looks so cool. I like it. So
How big is the piece?
oh, it's again this small. This small. Sorry, I don't have it. It's somewhere.
Oh,
I
it's
don't know.
all right.
Is
It's
it
all right.
here?
It's all right. It's all right.
But yeah, it's small. It's all the same, and all my pieces are small because they're confined to the area of this. Like this is as wide as I'm sure you can get wider, but because you have to cut, and at some point you're going to run into the back of this thing, right?
Ah, so you're only limited to a certain.
Yeah, I'm
Right.
limited
Gotcha.
to that, but in the end, it's for the best, I think.
What I'm looking at your jeweler's bench. I'm reading the.
Yeah, I finally treated myself last year to a proper bench. Um,
So the name of the show. Oh, go ahead, man. I didn't mean that. Go
no,
ahead.
no, no. Well, like for years, I was just I clamped like a clamp on kind of thing to
I
whatever.
didn't even know there was a jeweler's bench.
Oh yeah, yeah. The jewel and they're expensive. They could be expensive too. Professional jewelers, they have a bench. They usually have a rounded area, workstation, a tray to catch your filings. Because a lot of time, if you're working with gold and silver, fine, metals, you don't want to waste any of that precious dust, right? You catch it and you can melt it down again if you need to.
Oh,
But
is that why the thing on the bottom fall? Oh, so as you cut, it falls into the tray.
yeah, and so you can catch that. Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah. And so I
oh,
got that. I found it on, I think, Facebook Marketplace, one of the few times I've ever used it.
okay.
And I was like, let me do it. Let me like be serious about this, about like my craft. Um, and let me splurge and load it up in the car. And now I'm happy. And it has age. Like it's been used by this dude who was a jewelry worker for years, and then he didn't need it anymore. But it has like this life to it. So I enjoy that.
I was I the name of the show, Do the Work. Um, I found that to be an interesting title. Usually, I surf through people's work. I look at the names of their art, and I try. Sometimes the show name comes
Yeah,
with a little work. Sometimes it pops right up. Sometimes it's something that's in someone's profile. But I didn't have to scroll very far to find the name of the show.
I
Be,
like it.
so maybe you want to talk about this piece a little bit.
Okay, so this is the latest piece, my latest piece that I've made. It was done for, like I said, the open call, Anima Mundi. Again, One Love Art DAO, hosted and curated by Creatress. And so that was the open call, and I made this for that. The imagery it was taken from a photograph of my son doing his homework. So backtrack a little bit. I was like, okay, I really want to participate in the show, but I'm not sure what I want to make. And my initial was like, okay, maybe I'll make a flower of Latin America, something that is similar to like our roots. Or I was really forcing it, and I just wasn't happy with any of those ideas. And the shower thought came. I was like, what more of Hispanic heritage than your literal own heritage, your own lineage, your own son that you love and care about so much. And so I remember I had all these photos of him like doing his homework, because we do our homework every day. And like, and then it started falling into place, like the importance of doing the work, of doing your homework, um, in, in an immigrant culture of like, this is how you get ahead, right? Like, it doesn't matter where you start from. Like, if you work hard, if you do your homework, if you do what you need to do, you can achieve, succeed, break free. Um, yeah, that's kind of the summary.
Do the work. You got to put it in. I was man, I did the work the last 14 days.
Yeah,
We're watching this. So I'm actually watching you put the bench into play right now.
yeah. And so I started doing these process videos. So overhead,
Yeah, yeah,
overhead.
yeah. Great idea.
again, because I need people to see that I'm actually making these things.
Well, here's the thing, Jose.
Yeah.
It's you are, yeah, you're cutting it. But even if you were to laser or CNC it, right? Like you were talking about before with the Nike whoosh.
Yeah.
Um, to me, you're creating this from scratch, from a drawing, from an image, from an idea, from a thought process, from art, a
Mm-hmm.
sketch or something that speaks to you.
Yes.
Um, going back to the sun and this is something that these are your, it's not like you're taking something familiar and you're I don't think the process don't get me wrong.
Sure.
This the the craftsmanship
Mm-hmm.
does matter, right? But even if you took away the saw aspect of it, which the part that you're actually putting in the time and the work brings that much more value to it. These are still your thoughts, your ideas,
Yeah.
your pieces that you're creating from scratch. It's not like you're taking something from somewhere and you're duplicating it. Each and every piece, as I talk to you, it's like, he put a lot of thought into that. He put a lot of that means something. There's meaning behind it. There's the way you put the suns together and the way you describe the suns. There's meaning behind each and every piece. And that's what being an artist is about, especially when you talk about these pieces. So it's what in the future, whether you would decide to do a much bigger piece on a laser CNC,
Sure.
it would still have that same personality. Maybe it would be almost impossible to cut with the saw, or maybe it would take 2, 3, 4 weeks to cut something that on such a grandiose size, right? So maybe a different process would speak to you,
Yeah.
but it would still be something that came from your heart, a design that
Yeah.
came from you.
And I think I just haven't gotten there yet. Because a lot of artists in the space and outside, they work with fabricators, right? They
Right,
work with
right.
people like to make their vision come to life. Not everyone is can make things. So like, hey, here's my idea, like you said, do it for me. But this is my vision, you know. So I'm not saying no. I think maybe down the line that'd be super cool.
So much opportunity. We didn't see the rooster, but I got the rooster up right here. Spicy
Oh
rooster.
yeah, I like spicy rooster. I'm sure you're familiar with sriracha,
Um,
like the spicy hot sauce that you put on food. You don't know sriracha sauce?
no, no, but
Oh yeah, it's
introduce me
kind of
to
like
it.
I don't know. I don't want to say the wrong thing. It's like an Asian language. I forget what. It might be Thai, might be Chinese, but this really nice rooster is on it on the sriracha bottle, and I liked it a lot. So that's why he's a spicy rooster.
So interesting. This is where I get
That's
to.
a yeah.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. You want to
No, no,
finish?
no, please.
This is where I kind of get to ask a very interesting question.
Yeah.
Oh man, this piece. So, talk to, oh shit, if I open this up, it's going to take up the whole screen.
Yeah, it's okay.
Talk to me about this. Now, this is the piece that really caught
Oh,
my eye.
that one. Yeah, I like that one a lot. Well, that was a tribute. Um, so I'm sure you're familiar with Trevor Jones.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So Trevor Jones for his castle party. It was like 3 years ago now. So like 20. I forget. Like my math is terrible. But it was in. Where was it? France? Yeah, it was in France. He had a castle party in France, and he did a collaborative painting with his wife, Violet Jones, and they created this beautiful painting. And so I was gonna go, became friends with them, and I was gonna go to the castle party, and so I wanted to kind of come with a gift, and so I made them this piece, which was inspired or based off of their painting. And so I think in the video, in one of the videos, it shows kind of like you can see the painting and then the piece, and then I gave it to them. But I loved it because it's very intricate, you know, with all the gears and the wings and stuff.
Super intricate. Was so let me ask, am I seeing this correctly? Is there two different types of metal, or is that paper?
Oh,
Is that
on top, that's paper, right?
Okay,
So I
okay,
got
okay.
the image. So like I said, the way that I would work is I would have a printout and then glue the printout to the thing, and then you're just cutting the image out, basically.
So to think, so for someone who said at the beginning of the show that, you know, it's art, you know, it seems like to me almost from possibly high school, the drawing came into play.
Yeah.
The sculpture was always there. College fine art, right? And then you know, mastering in sculpturing and what was the other thing in
Printmaking?
printmaking, which now very interesting because you're using them as print printmaking,
Yeah.
right? The photography job, the marketing job, right?
Yep.
And so now, where was college with the jewelry
Yes.
class?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
All
and
the pieces are coming again.
yeah, pretty cool, huh? Pretty crazy how that works out. So years of life now
Yeah.
all converging into the NFT world. And not only that, but at what point in time did you decide that I'm going to turn this into an NFT? And especially with how well NFT videos, you know, you see a lot of digital artists turn their
Yeah.
still works now with AI into digital motion.
Yeah.
You see a lot of people use After Effects to create the art in the motion. But here you are with your little clips. And now we're going to take a peek at, hang on. We're going to take a peek at your object. Because I think we have seen everything in highlights. So now I'm going to bring everybody to your object, and which I had open. But here's the final culmination because what are we taking? So okay, here we go. Let me close this. Open this. All right, Jose. I now have your object up, and talk to me about the bread NFTs, man. Did you bake those?
Bake those? Yeah, man. So I'm yeah, a lot of people I feel know me more for my bread
Okay.
than my artwork. Because I found a nice home in the kitchen. Like a lot of people, I discovered sourdough bread making during COVID,
Okay.
you know, but I stuck with it. So I still have a starter in the fridge. I make a fresh bread every week at least. And so in the beginning, again, remember when I said like I hate my work?
Right.
Like these breads are terrible. Like in the moment, like I was like, oh, this is great. I can bake. But looking back, I was like, that wasn't great at all. It's a moment in time. And so I was like, well, what can I do? Maybe I can make bread-based artwork because it's like I said, I'm a creator, so I'm creating bread all the time. Let me mint the breads. It was an idea, but I didn't carry it on for too long.
Jose, man, these are the things that end up being worth the most of all.
Yeah, right. Dude, I mean, if you want, people scoop them up. Everything's super cheap right now. So
You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just take 5 years from now when you release your masterpiece sculpture, and somebody comes back who picked up a bread, you know, one of these 10 breads or 6 breads or 8 breads.
yeah.
Right, and it's like what he created bread, like, oh yeah, man, like he never created them again after he went doing sculpturing,
Yeah,
right? These
the Lost Bread series.
yeah, the really, it's the Lost Bread series that ends up being worth the most out of everything.
Right. Oh,
And-
then I got Procreate, and I was like, oh, let me try and learn Procreate and animate these things somehow. Yeah.
So,
Listen, we in the beginning days, we all tried everything. We're like, where do I fit? Where do I fit in this space? Um, so I still make bread all the time, but I don't mint it as much. Now when I mint my breads, it's not they're not digitally altered. I've taken these, so I learned with my phone I could take these 3D, you know, like captures of it. So it was pretty cool. So I was like, okay, it existed. This is something I made with my hands, and it exists, and now it can be on the blockchain.
it's interesting because spaces, NFTs, and art inspired you so much that it brought you to. I was like, "What's up with the bread, bro?"
Yeah.
Before you even talked about it, like, what's? I don't understand. We're sitting here talking about these beautifully crafted pieces, but where'd the bread come from? Like, talk to me, right? And I remember you saying that you love to be in the kitchen, you love to bake.
Yeah.
And now I'm looking at these things and I'm like, he wanted to create art so much that he took pictures
Whatever
of
I
his
could.
yeah, he
Yeah.
took pictures of his bread to get in the game and
Yeah.
animated these things, and got them up here as NFTs and got them out. And I'm like, that's my they say love the process, right?
Hmm.
Be in love with the process. Be in love with creating the art.
Sure.
And you wanted to create art and be part of the process so much that it
Yeah.
was like, let me get my bread in here.
I was so like back, I was saying being a father, the time demands. I was very frustrated. I was like, don't have time for art, but I have time to make bread because we got to eat, you know? This is it's like my second studio, or my first studio, if anything, is the kitchen. And so I was like, all right, here we go.
I say very interesting. So you must have been inspired so much by the NFT world and all the other
I
artists.
love it, man. I
Yeah,
love
yeah,
it.
right. And considering you say you don't talk much on spaces, it inspired you so much to the point where you started creating bread NFTs, and but now I think you're kind of finding your do I want to say path or your style or maybe what you will be known for.
I think I'll always be known for my bread to a certain degree, but maybe not in terms of being minted. We'll see.
Are we going to see some more breads in the future?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Just cause, why not, man? Like we could do whatever we want. And if I come out with a really nice bread, 'cause sometimes they look really beautiful. There's no reason not to. And they're AR enabled, so like if you get them, like you could put it on your table and like have it in real life.
You know what's crazy? There's times, Jose, when people. So, for instance, VerseWorks. I don't know if you're familiar with VerseWorks, but VerseWorks is a site. You go, they got a marketplace, a trending place, and
Right.
a lot of times you go look at the trending, and there's some collections on there where you're just staring at them, and you're like, there's a lot of stuff that sells in the NFT world for very high
Sure.
prices, and you're kind of like, what the fuck?
Why?
Yeah, right. And so now I'm imagining, let's say I never knew
Yeah.
you, right?
Right.
And your brass sculptures blow up in 2 years from now, but I never knew you, I never met you, we never spoke. Um, and all of a sudden, these fucking breads are going for 60 ETH or something, right?
Sure.
Because they're the rarest thing, because people love them for
Yeah,
some.
people want whatever they can get.
Like the breads are just like, what's with this guy's like? This guy's known for brass sculptures. What's with these breads, right? But the breads are what everybody went crazy for. And
Yeah.
I didn't know you, and all of a sudden I'm looking on VerseWorks, and you're on there with your bread collection, and I'm like, and I'm one of those guys sitting there like, what the fuck
The hell is
happens?
this?
Who's
Why?
spending
Why are
money
people
on
paying
these
for
bread,
this?
right?
This is stupid.
That's what these breads make me think of, Jose.
No, you're right, dude. You're right. You're not
That's
even
I'm
wrong.
looking at these breads. That's what they make me think of. They're like I'm like looking at these, but these breads are what these breads are what end up selling for the most. Like it's your sculptures, your cutouts, the brass. You have such a passion for it.
Yeah.
There's such an art to it. Everything that you decide to do, the story behind it, the meaning behind it. you could see you put your heart into these things, right? But it's at the end of the day, this is the frustrating thing about the art world. At the end of the day, it's the fucking bread selling for 60 ETH. And
Sure.
you know, you're
I'll take it, man. Yeah,
yeah.
whatever. Listen, you heard it here first. A lot of these breads are very cheap in Tezo. So if you want to get on the ground floor of
Yeah,
weird
that's right.
culinary art,
All right, you all, you heard it. Get your bread here first.
not financial advice.
All right. Jose, I went. I'm kind of scrolling through the your object, and I don't know if there's anything in particular you want to bring attention to, but I brought up some of the brass pieces. I brought up some of the breads. I brought up. I
Yeah.
got to bring up this Bitcoin pizza here, bro.
Oh yeah, I make pizza too.
I had a feeling.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. You even got the whole thing. And oh, look at this. Oh, pretty cool. Oh, I like what you did.
Yeah, you could spin it around.
Yeah, I'm spinning it right now. You got the
You can move it. You can get in there. Look at that.
You're a very creative guy, Jose.
Yeah, we got to eat, man. We got to eat. And I try to do a lot of stuff from scratch. I become very conscious and aware of ingredients and food and like kind of staying healthy. And I mean, short story about the bread. The wheat is like heritage wheat, which is good and better to be digested.
White flour will kill you.
Excuse me?
I said there's a certain flour.
Oh, sure. Yeah. No, this is good. I get it like by the 25-pound bags of this like good stuff that we found.
It'll create the wrong flour will create such a paste in you. Almost impossible to digest. So it's very interesting that you said that. I got to be honest with you. I haven't eaten all night, and my mouth is watering right now. I'm ready for a piece of bread.
I wanted to bring bread to the gallery, so next time I see you, I'll make you something.
Fair enough.
No.
Yeah. If you would have told me tonight, I would have been having a show with a guy who has 3D breads on here up for sale. I'd have been like, what? Nah, that don't sound like my show. But
that's fine.
Nonetheless, a very interesting take on the breads, Jose. I feel like these are, you put your heart in the art, and but you put your heart into this bread too, man.
They're a moment in time, man. The blockchain, we cement our legacy one way or another.
Just goes to show, anything can be art.
Yeah.
Okay. So I want to start wrapping up the show. We're almost at 2 hours, but
it's been great so far. Thank you again. Before we wrap up, I'm very appreciative of your time and the conversation, your platform, your audience. I'm very impressed by kind of just how you're doing everything. Like you're streaming like on Twitch or Facebook. It's amazing. It's incredible what you've built. So thank you for bringing me along.
Yeah, man. You're very welcome. And thank you for coming out and supporting. And thank you for, taking interest in my art at the same time. I do have a question for you, but we're going to wait till the end.
Sure.
Before I ask that question, because you seem like a guy that would not bullshit me. Jose, before we start saying goodnight to everybody, what I didn't get the croissants. Is it? Do I have? That's a.
Oh, I did. There might. I don't think. No. See, the 3D croissant didn't come out too well, but I make croissants too.
Yeah, I didn't understand what the croissants were.
I made that.
But yeah, now I know. Now I get it. I didn't get it at the beginning because I'm like, this guy really likes his.
He really likes.
It's like I thought this was supposed to be about like an art page, and he's supposed. But
I don't know, man.
But the baking's in art too now.
Yeah.
So that's
figuring it out.
Yeah, I'm getting to know you, bro.
The PFP's got a chef hat on it.
Yeah. I mean, that's you start to put it all together. How does everybody reach out to you? How do they find you? What's the best way to contact you? Why don't you give me that information?
Sure. Best way to contact me is on X if you're on there, which is at Ojeda's Bodega. If you want to find me on Instagram, the best way is Jose Ojeda Art. I think that's what it is. I'm trying to get more into my art account.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, yeah. Hit me up on there. Follow me. Say hello. Yeah. I would love to do more of these too, these interview things.
Where
So thank you.
where can more people see your NFTs? Don't forget about that.
So right now, Object, I have a live piece that is an edition of 20, is the Do the Work, Hacer La Tarea, which I have it right here for everyone to see, so you can see the scale. I love this piece. I'm very proud of it. It was also showcased in Miami at a wonderful hotel. Thanks to, again, One Love Art Dow. Nothing but love for them. And at the Gates Hotel. Yes, I forgot the name. So yeah, that's available. Pick it up. Oh, I'm also going to be running prints of these. So you remember how I made the prints of the other piece? This week, hopefully, I'm going to run some prints of this, and so then I'll figure out what to do. Maybe it'll be kind of attached to the collector base or whatever.
That was my next collection. That was my next question. Will physicals be attached? Will there be one-on-ones, and will the physical?
Yeah, I'd love that. So my thought is, I'm not committed to it, but my thought was everyone who collects the NFT will have the ability to pick this up. Maybe just pay for shipping or something. But
as a print or as a physical?
As a print.
Oh, right. Okay. Let's.
Yeah, and then maybe down the line you can get like the actual physical of maybe not that, but something else, or that, I don't know.
Well, you never know. You might do
money talks, right?
You might do a 101, and
of course, yeah.
I don't know if you remember the conversation that I was talking to you about the prints and the COAs, but
yeah,
open up to a different world of it's not just the physical world and the physical collectors, but there's a whole world of other collectors that would love to have physicals. You see them buying them all. I know Hito is a big fan of.
I love Hito. Who doesn't love Hito?
Not only I think the Kid Called Beast, but he purchases he loves the sculptures that the Kid Called Beast have created too. All right. Give me 1 second, Jose, while I do this. All right, guys. So this is Jose's X, which you could find right here, Ojeda's Bodega. This is where you could find them. And then over here, this is his IG, which is Jose Ojeda's Art. And then both places have a link to his object. And then this is his object right here, which is, once again, Ojeda's Bodega. So all names almost the same. But then on IG, it's Ojeda's Art. Jose Ojeda's Art. Okay. Let me. Did we cover everything, bro? Did we get it all covered?
Of course not. We get.
I miss anything in specific?
We can talk for days.
I don't know if I missed anything.
That was a wonderful, wonderful conversation.
All right. Let me reset these screens because in case I missed something that you want to talk about specifically, I just didn't want to let that go.
So yeah, if anything, just please check out not only my piece on Object, but also the entire Anima Mundi collection. So the piece is part of a larger collection. So if you could do me the favor, even if you don't buy my piece, what matters to me is to get more eyeballs on the entire collection as a whole.
Where can they see that? Where can they find it?
If you go to that piece on Object, the Do the Work piece, it's part of a collection called Anima Mundi. You click on that, and you will see the entire collection. I think it's like 25 or in that range of different artworks by different artists.
Okay.
So please take a look at that, share that far and wide, appreciate and support Creatress in her curatorial endeavor.
Let me put these cameras back. And let's see, we got everything set. You can see me. Yeah, you can see me. All right, good. Okay. All right, Jose, we're down to our last 3 questions before we close the show out.
All right. We're back to the pigeon.
That's right. Not only the pigeon, but if you had a chance to see what's sitting here on the left side of me, Josh, this is his. These are his. This is his art, and I'm gonna see if I could show this real quick. Might not be able to, but let me see if I could. I don't know if you could see these right here.
Well, I mean, the pen. Oh, I see. It's with the light. We're trying to get the light.
Let's see if I got this right.
This reminds me of like Indiana Jones when he puts the staff in the thing and then.
So I don't know how easy it is to see these. Was not prepared for this.
No, it's fine. But tell me about them.
So you know, I'd rather he tell you, but he makes these amazing handcrafted. Not only
Ken.
that, but he crafts the box
Ooh,
out of bolo wood as well,
wow.
cocoa bolo wood.
I love that.
That they come in and does a great job with this. And I figured,
I love craftsmanship.
yeah,
In all its forms.
I mean, I really need to bring it up to the. You know what? Hang on, let me try this. They're very hard to see from where we are, but let me see this. Let me see if I could.
Yeah, the focusing is oh, there we go. Wow, look at that.
Right.
So you got them kind of laminated and wow.
So shit, I got too many. I got too many things in my hands here.
It's okay.
But you know, very, very, very. It's you know these pens are his. So you know he really helped me get through this.
Uh-huh.
He really helped me get through this printing. So it's the first
Josh, you
time.
said?
Say again.
Josh?
Yeah. Josh helped me get through this. What I call 10. I call it the 10 days of hell because I've never printed.
Uh-huh.
I've never printed prints before to the point where they were on exhibition. And I wanted to make sure he knows me. I'm a perfect. I'm like, you know, I want to make sure everything's perfect.
Yeah. Shout out to Josh, man.
So okay, 3 questions.
3. Let's go.
We got where you are. I'll ask this first. Maybe some inspirational words
Okay.
for before we say goodnight. Maybe some inspirational words for everybody out there.
Sure.
Other artists out there that might be cooking in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Or might be doing the family thing. That might be have that burning desire to, you know, possibly be an artist and get back to their craft, or just something that they want to do. Maybe you could leave us with some inspirational words for them.
Man, it's so funny whenever I'm drawn to like I'm so inspired by everyone else that when I'm told to be the inspiring one, I'm like, oh, I guess I don't like. Here, we'll go back to this piece, right? It's called "Do the Work." Do the work, like that. That's all I could say. It's like whatever you're passionate in. It's like if you do the work, either you will succeed or you will find love in the work itself, because the work itself is rewarding. You know, even if you don't achieve whatever you wanted to, you build a discipline that kind of bleeds into the other aspects of your life. Um, and all aspects of your life are related, right? If you balance it, if you find a balance in your life, everything kind of trickles into each other. So focus on your health, focus on your getting more sleep, on what you eat, and then that will all kind of lead into your creativity if that's what you want. And that's what I've noticed too, is like I've tried to focus more on health, trying to sleep a little bit more, and everything kind of snowballs on itself in terms of positivity. So if I could leave everyone with advice, is to take care of your health, because it will help every other area of your life.
That's some good advice. You know, it all starts from within and how you feel. And
Yeah.
if you feel good about, you know, inside, you feel good about, you know, what you see in the mirror, it changes perspective of everything. Everything, the way you look at situations. You know, as we started the show, we were talking a little bit beforehand, and this is really the only thing that I want to ask is you're one of the few people who spoke to me about the exhibition. I think maybe 3 or 4 people spoke to me about what they saw on the wall. Not only that, but you got a chance to see the display firsthand. You got a chance to see the prints, the quality of the prints, and I feel like I get, I didn't. This was not something that I was gonna ask, but because of our conversation and because of the meticulousness of your art and everything that you said during the show, I feel like I can ask this now. And I don't want you to be nice about it, and I don't want you to bullshit me either. If it, if you felt a certain way, I want you to say it. But in your opinion, what'd you think of the presentation?
Well, I won't say I won't bullshit you because I will just say what I told you at the show. And then what I told you at the show is the truth is like you did such a phenomenal job. Um, it was professional. It was I mean, like I walked in there, I didn't know you. Like I knew of you. I didn't really know that you were a photographer. I didn't know that part of you. I more have heard of you from as a broadcaster, right? On Spaces.
Sure.
So I didn't know what your artwork looked like or what it was, but the presentation was like amazing. I thought it was your show. I thought that entire like wing was yours. I was like, I wasn't sure what I was walking into. I came to support you, Zapata, and I didn't know who or what was involved, but that looks so like commanding of a presence on that wall, on that space. And like I told you, you easily could have just hung up 3 or 4 side by side photographs and called it a day, but you composed it. You like, I love craftsmanship and I like composition. Thought, like when you really like think things through and plan it out, and that's what you did. So, kudos, bravo to you. And I would, if I would give you some advice, is to just be nicer to yourself because you're very hard on yourself. And it's good. It's good to be demanding and have high expectations of yourself. You want that, but be nice because you're a nice guy and you deserve that.
Talked about you. So you got to see 2 different versions of me. You got to see the yeah. That's I appreciate everything that you said, man. It's took a lot of time and a lot of effort.
Yeah.
You want to know how nice I am to myself? My next question was find one thing wrong. Find one.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you the one thing that was wrong.
Go ahead, give it to me.
One of the like 1 or 2 of the frames was slightly like askew, and it was bugging me, and it
The
fought
the upper left one, right?
yeah, the top left one. And
Yeah,
it
yeah.
fought every urge in me to go like,
I
but I
fi-
didn't want to be that guy because I didn't know you, and I was like, oh, excuse me, let me like.
I fixed it. I fixed it after
Right.
everyone left.
That
But
was
yeah,
it.
yeah,
That was
yeah,
it. But I
yeah.
mean, it also goes to show you like the eye for perfection and all. But no, I love the little placards. Everything looked pro. Everything looked really professional.
Thank you.
And yeah.
Okay. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I will have to make sure that everything is askew, perfectly aligned next time. I saw the same one was bugging me.
And I'm sure no one else knew or cared. I'm sure no. But for people like us, I think we
perfectionists.
yeah.
Like quality over quantity.
Yeah, man.
Almost feel like that should have been the name of the show.
Mhm.
Jose, before we say goodnight, guest always picks the song to end the show. So I'm not putting you on.
Oh,
the
yeah.
You got if you got something in mind, you can say it now. What I would love for you to do is find the YouTube link.
Sure. Yeah, the song I have, because I always thought this was a cool song that I would want to like walk out to, is Bad Bunny, Chambea.
Okay. Can you get me that link?
Is it how do you need it? Like YouTube?
Yeah, just send me the YouTube link
Yeah,
in
cool.
the DMs. That's all.
No,
Don't go nowhere.
I'm here. I'm hanging out.
I got to close out the show. Give me 2 minutes to close out the show, and I'll be right back. Then we're gonna say goodbye to everybody. We're gonna play the song, and we're gonna give everybody shout outs that had something to say in all the chats. And then we're gonna say goodnight, play the song, and end on your art. So don't go nowhere. Give me 2 minutes just to close out the show.
Here we go. Let me put it in the link.
All right. Okay, guys. So that's Jose, and Jose had the lovely chance to meet Jose and hang out with him, not only at the Dream Canvas Gallery exhibition, but also at the Canal Street show. And he actually got to see two different versions of me. One, I was, it's not in the greatest of shape, and but he still continued to ask questions, and he was very curious about the display, and I appreciated that. As I was, driving, I didn't expect to see him at the Canal Street show. Because I didn't know who he was, but I was when I saw him there. I was happy to see him there. Now it makes more sense because he was there to support you. So as I bumped into him and I said, you feel comfortable being on camera? He said, yes, I do. And then I learned about his little piece. And I said, this guy would make a great show, especially as I remember the piece being up on the billboard and saying to myself, what is that, like Photoshop or AI? I was like, how did he create that? And to find out that it was a physical piece that he filmed was so impressive. I didn't have to think twice about bringing him on. And I'm happy he said yes because I only had a guest for the end of this week, which happens to be Anna Z. So Anna Z will be coming on Friday. And then tomorrow, 9 to 11, the only two spaces I co-hosted, Linked by Art. I'll be on there with Sketch and Kat, and I think we have very special guests coming on tomorrow morning. And then usually we shoot shit about art and all sorts of different subjects tomorrow. And then Friday, TGIF with, you never know who's going to be the host. Sometimes Chaz, sometimes is it Josh, Ghost, Sketch, Sun. Who knows? Maybe even Alina will show back up. You never know who the guest is, who the first three in the room, MC, and then we rotate throughout the day depending upon who's used to who's used to hosting TGIF. But usually it's no real format in there, just a bunch of friends, and we get in there and just chop it up and talk, talk the way we talk about art. Or really whatever subjects, but we try to keep it as interesting as possible. No community shows, but I will say this. There is a 23 artist community show coming up. I believe that's scheduled for the 22nd. I think FCW might make an appearance and do some sort of Halloween community show. And I also think Dave at Chiroa, there's a fuck cancer show coming up, I think, which might be, we're working on a community show in November. And then also keep an eye out for, there's some gallery shows coming up as well. Last week I had a chance to feature Carlo from Bushwick Gallery. With Gina's gallery, and also there was some future surprises. I'm working on something new. I'm not going to talk about it too much, but I'm very excited about this new idea that I'm putting together, and I'm looking forward to giving that a try, especially bringing the hour of power and everything together, and everything that I've seen, and going to take a crack at this. And I think it's going to be a phenomenal idea put to life. I'm excited to do this, and on all of that, Reef Prints, my first collection is now. You could view it at Dream Canvas Gallery /Academy, and also I think classes are now taking place as well. I think Mariana's class is tomorrow. I'm almost positive it's tomorrow. I think it's Tuesday. Don't quote me on that. Go check it out on IG or on X. And once again, big shout out to Mary Beth for hosting a great event, a great grand opening, and giving me the opportunity to drop the physicals of the of Reef Prints. And also, that's a little surprise. There is my first NFT collection is also coming on 11/11. All right, I think I got it all out. I think that's everything. I think that's everything I wanted to say. So on that note, y'all, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Thank you for being part of the show. We're going to go over here. We're going to bring Jose back on. We're going to get some music. And we're going to, Yeah, I do want to say a couple more things. I want to shout out shit, final destination frames. I think frames destination. I can't remember exactly who they are, but I'll give them a pop for turning the frames around as quickly as they did. I thought they did a phenomenal job on the frames. um I want to give Kevin at Light Print a little pop because he is the one who was in charge of creating my Chroma C print. I also want to give Josh a shout out for helping me out with the Epson and the small prints. Not only that, but also creating my question mark sweatshirt. And I also want to give a pop to everybody who rolled through at the show. Mikey, Yusupata, Mariana, and everybody, Chaz, everybody who was a part of that show, and also everybody who came out to support. On that note, I want to say thank you to everybody for showing love. Very grateful and very happy about the opportunity that I had to show my physicals, my first exhibition, so which is on display right now at Canvas Dream Canvas Gallery. So if you're in Jersey and you're in Red Bank, take a minute to check it out. Jose, you are back on screen, so be aware that you are back on screen. And then I'm going to open this and open this. Okay. All right. Let's say goodnight to everybody. Let's head over
Thank
to
you.
Facebook. Big Money. Alan, I see you guys. Thank you for stopping in. Thank you for being part of the show. Saturday went great, Big Money. Over on YouTube, one day we will have people on YouTube, but not today. Over on Twitch, one day we will have people on Twitch, but not today. Over on IG. All right. I always mess this up. Cryography. I'll say this better. Carlo, good to see you. Thank you for joining the show. I hope you had an excellent showing at Bushwick, and congratulations on your exhibition. Carmen, Rosa, Nalia, thank you for tuning in. Sexy Mexi Poppy, thank you for tuning in. Sassy Cat, thank you for tuning in. And thank you for showing up and supporting my first exhibition. Dementia One, thank you for tuning in. Joa Black, Lucida, Vinny. Oh, Vin, what's up, Vin? Ranger Guy, Panza, Masson's NFTs, Brick City Boxing. What's up, Danny? Victor. Brick City Boxing said he'll take a slice of the Bitcoin pizza. Bad Habits, Good Times. Thank you guys. Thank you all for joining and being part of the show on IG. And last but not least, let's get over here to where all of the excitement happens. Goalie over on X. Goalie, thank you for being part of the show. Thank you for stopping in. Hito, thank you for joining. Thank you for being part of the show. Thank you for stopping in. Oh, Josh caught eye of his box. Yeah, nice box. Coca-Cola wood. I heard it's the best. What else? What else? One Love Art Thou. Jenny, thank you for joining in. Thank you for supporting. Hito, always amazing pads. AI is a tool. Let me make sure I got everybody. Crespo Arts, thank you for joining. Thank you for stopping in. Yusupata, thank you for joining. Thank you for stopping in. Thank you for reposting. Ghost, good to see you. Thank you for stopping. Thank you for dropping in. Nolan, it was great to meet you. We're going to get you on next. Thank you for dropping in. Gabe, thank you for joining. Thank you for dropping in. All right, I think that covers everybody. Hito agrees with you. Marc needs to be nicer to himself. On that note, let's bring up this track. Jose, it's your chance to say goodnight to everybody.
I just want to say thank you to you, Marc, for having me on. I had a wonderful time. Like, I love it. Great experience, great conversation. I think the show went well. I hope you think so too. Thank you, everyone who tuned in, everyone who's a friend. I appreciate all the support, the love. And if you're not a friend yet, you know, I'm a pretty nice guy. Follow along, say hi. You know, check out my piece. Again, check out Anima Mundi, the entire collection on Object. And that's it. Good night. Thank you. Much love.
Jose, the show was where'd you drop the link? Did you drop it in the Google
In
chat?
the yeah, on Google. Is that good?
I had a feeling you did it there. Yeah, I got it. I'm gonna just click it, but give me 1 second here.
Let the ads run.
Yeah, let me bring this up. Let me bring this over. Okay, let me just drop this in here. There we go. Okay. I wanted to say, Jose, it was a great show, bro.
Thank you.
It was.
This has been the hour of power.
I'm gonna say this. I'm glad you said yes, and it surprised me that you said you never spoke in spaces before.
Rarely.
It's crazy, and you put it's such a great show, bro. You have a great personality, great art, and glad I had a chance to showcase and ask you questions the same way you showed interest in mine. So I appreciate you. I appreciate you coming out and supporting, and just being part of the show. And I'm glad you jumped on, because I didn't have a guest, and I said, "Who's the right person for tonight?" And I was like, "Let's." I'm glad you said yes.
It all worked out. Man.
Yeah,
It all worked out.
and a
I'm so
great
happy.
show, man. I enjoyed learning about this.
Yeah.
This was a big thing. On that note, Jose, I'm gonna play this song, and we're gonna say goodnight to everybody. Let's bring up that art one last time. All right, guys. We'll see you on the next one. See you on Friday.
Chambea, ala, cabrón ya no te quedan balas. Chambea, ala, cabrón ya no te quedan balas. Yo siempre picheo en rol otra vez. Yo siempre picheo en rol otra vez. Yo siempre picheo en rol otra vez. Yo siempre picheo. Dímelo, parcero. Siempre con la seta y no somos salseros. Ya Susan soltero. Dijo que de bala va a haber aguacero. Gusanos como tú yo no los tolero. Cabrón, tú eres chota, tú eres reportero.
Say hello.
Yeah. Yo no soy Don Omar, pero soy bandolero. Por eso solo creo en Dios, y en mi 4-0. Yeah. Picante, picante como un habanero. Si tú tienes la llave, yo tengo el llavero. Chambea, ala, cabrón, ya no te quedan balas. Chambea, ala, cabrón, ya no te quedan balas. Yo siempre picheo en rol otra vez. Yo siempre picheo en rol otra vez. Yo siempre picheo en rol otra vez. Yo siempre picheo. Chambea, ala, cabrón, ya no te quedan balas. Chambea, ala, cabrón, ya no te quedan balas. Yo siempre picheo en rol otra vez. Yo siempre picheo en rol otra vez. Yo siempre picheo en rol otra vez. Yo siempre picheo. La gente ya sabe, por eso ni ronco. No me llevo con nadie, andamos flow Stone Cold. Saqué 1200 y me puso una Concord. Tumbame el piquete de bronco. Me meto el presión a saber meterla. A tu mujer en 4 voy a ponerla. Chingando y fumando un pato de la perla. Tu cara ya nadie va a reconocerla. No eterna en la vía, cabrón, es moverla. Tú odias mi vida, pero es porque quieres tenerla. Yeah. Porque vivimos chido, vivimos bien. Porque sobran botellas y billetes de 100. Tratando de matarme han gastado todas las balas del almacén. Pero soy inmortal como Baby Rata y 50 Cent. Yeah. Bad Bunny, baby. Alex Killer. Nosotros somos la nueva religión. Dice la Luyan. Mambo Kicks. Chambea, ala, cabrón, ya no te quedan balas. Chambea, ala, cabrón, ya no te quedan balas. Yo siempre picheo en rol otra vez. Yo siempre picheo en rol otra vez. Yo siempre picheo en rol otra vez. Yo siempre picheo en rol otra vez.
And that was a damn good show. We'll see y'all on the next one. Thank you for tuning in. Have a great night. Peace.